Good morning, Detector Rats. It's Park Rat Pat here. I'm at it bright and early this morning, thanks to the slob goblin called Lucy, who just wouldn't let me sleep in. But out here at a park I like, gotten a few good items out there before, and today I'm testing out the Titan 9000, which is a fisher machine. And I'm just going to run it through its paces, see what I think about it, and decide from there if I want to bring this along on my upcoming big trip for one of my nephews to use. So let me get out there, see what kind of goodies I can pull, see if I think the machine's worthy of the area we're going to be hunting or not, and we'll take it from there. I did bring my MX Sport with me, just in case this thing's a dud and I want to have good finds. I'll use that one and get the goodies out. But let's put this one through its paces and see what happens. Alright, Detector Rats, I just swung in a big area out there with the Titan 9000. Let me turn you around, we'll take a look at what we got here. Okay, here's the results from the Titan 9000. Now, I chose this park because it is mostly silent. So there's not going to be a billion signals to get you all confused. And since I'm not really familiar with that machine, I figured this was a good area to go for it. I got one penny. That was a surface find. It was literally just under the grass. I got this chunk of copper here. This rang up at a penny at about 6 inches, and sure enough this is at about 7 inches. This was a quarter signal, and it came up at about 10 inches. This little piece right here, I don't know what it is, rang up as a dime, said it was 6 inches, found it under a root at about 6 inches. And same here, this was supposed to be a nickel. The machine was showing 8 inches, and sure enough, at about 8 inches, there it was. So it is a good depth seeker. I'd say that about it for sure. Like with any machine, it'd take you a while to get used to the different tones and sounds and how the display reads and all. It's a really lightweight machine, and I think for the area that we'll be going in Idaho, this will do fine, because there's just tons and tons of junk metal there, and you know, it's very rare you're getting something that says, oh, it's a quarter, and it's going to be a quarter, because we're just not in that kind of area with the hunting we'll be doing out there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the MX Sport here and re-sweep those same areas, see what, if any, signals were missed, and then I'll get back to you after that short hunt. Detector Rats, we are back with the roundup from going over everything with the MX Sport after I used the Titan 9000. Let's see what the differences were. We got a little piece of confetti here that the Titan missed. No big deal. This pencil eraser end put off a good nickel sound, and it was fairly deep. The Titan had missed that. Again, no big deal. A clipped penny, which is pretty cool, like getting them like that. The Titan missed that. And the only other thing the Titan missed was this dime. And that was probably about 7 inches or so. So, you know, at that point it's a game of inches. So I'd say overall, for where we're going and the kind of relic hunting we're going to be doing, that Titan 9000 should work just fine for one of the boys. Alrighty, and get ready, we're going to have a little speech on pennies. I'll see you in the next clip. Hey Detectorettes, Park Rat Pat here. Whew. Alright, had a good time this morning, testing the one machine out, making sure it's going to be good for relics and have decent depth, and it'll be absolutely fine for what we're doing in Idaho, so one of the boys will be able to use that without any problem, I'm sure. They'll have a good time. Get that stopped. But I wanted to have a quick talk about pennies, because everybody loves finding pennies. Well, I love finding pennies. I know a lot of people want to find the wheat pennies. I love finding wheat pennies. They're very rare for me, and so that's always fun when I get one. And I haven't found any IHPs out in the wild. I haven't found any flying eagles or anything like that. You know, large cents and half cents. And there's a lot of different pennies I have yet to find. And everybody complains when they get these. Y'all know what that is. Easy to recognize. It is the crusty zinc penny. You can barely see Lincoln on there. You can't make out the date. And we get these by the droves. And everybody complains, oh, it's a stinking Lincoln. It's just a crusty zinc and blah, blah. And, you know, you gotta stop being so uppity about the pennies and think about it for a second. The average life expectancy of a penny in circulation is about 25 years. Great. In the ground, way less. Especially these zinc pennies, okay? Someone will go along through an area that I go through right now, and I might find zinc pennies, and if there's a silver coin, I'll pull that out, and if there's old Wheaties, I'll pull those out, and over the years, even 50 years from now, someone could hit an area that I've detected and find something I missed that's really cool. They'll find the Wheaties, or they'll find the silver dime that I missed, or they'll find the war nickel that I always seem to pass by without getting. What they won't find are the zinc pennies, because I have them all. We are the lucky ones. We get to be this generation that finds the zinc pennies. Okay? For me to pull out a zinc penny and still be able to make out a year on it, like 92 or 1988, is awesome. Or even like this one I just showed you, where I can't make out the year on, and you think, oh, this is garbage, it's trash. 50 years from now, this will be a treasured find. Think about that. They won't have them. And if they do, they might have a different date on them and have only been dropped for a couple of years. If they're still making zinc pennies by then, they may do away with pennies altogether. We are the zinc penny generation. This is our great treasure. I know, I hear my Uncle Bill talk, and when guys all started detecting back in the 50s and 60s, they could go out onto a field and they could find so many bullets. They just have to keep unloading them. They were sick of finding bullets because they wanted to get the breastplates and the belt plates and the shoulder epaulette things and all the hat pins and the buttons, and this is what they were looking for. Okay, and they got sick of finding bullets. Now when we go out there, you can go all day and yeah, you get a bullet, you get one bullet, and you're excited. Your whole day is made. Okay? Zinc pennies are our bullet. They're even better than bullets, because 50 or 100 years from now, people will still go out and find Civil War bullets. They will still find some Revolutionary War memorabilia, but they ain't going to find a 1988 zinc penny. And they're going to be watching our videos going, man, those guys didn't know what they had. They were treating them like trash. And it's like, it's all in how you look at it. I watch videos of people and they're pulling wheat pennies like, oh, another Wheatie, another Wheatie. Just, it's Wheaties all day, man. I want something good. And it's like, well, to me, Wheaties are good. And even though most of the community doesn't like zinc pennies, now's our time. We're going to be the old ones telling the stories of, man, I got 143 zinc pennies in one day. And we'll be telling that to some young detectorist who's like, man, I'd like to get just one for my collection. I'll put it on display, and they'd be all happy seeing it crusty bubbly, even if they can't make out the date. Look, that's Lincoln's face right there. And they're all excited. So, before you go getting all upset about finding zinc pennies, remember, fairly soon, they probably get rid of pennies. And nobody's going to be finding them. This is our thing. This is for our generation. This will be somebody else's white whale in the future. I'm happy to get each and every one I get. And I hope you're happy too. The happier you stay about what you find, the more you'll find things that make you happy. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video and my little tangent on pennies there. I will catch you in the next hunt. Remember to like, share, subscribe. God bless. You're only one hole away from a really good day.